Yo, 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 what's going on, party people? TonyFlygon here, bringing you another PokeMoshPit Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm bringing you a very interesting Ubers battle against blingox24. He's using a sun-based team, I'm using a rain-based team that I made together with fellow PokeMoshPit director PokeMMD, better known as Joey, and this team is really cool. It's very offensively inclined and based around Manaphy. It's trying to help Manaphy sweep the team and support it the best way possible. And this team, wow, it's so much fun to use, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun watching it because, man, I'll just show you. You know, Kyogre, for example, is just a monster. We all know that Kyogre is the best Pokemon in the game. People who say Arceus should play Ubers because, well, I think this video alone will prove it. This is Choice Specs Water Spout in the sun on a specially defensive Jirachi. Sun weather, you know, halves water type attacks. That did over half to specially defensive Jirachi. Need I say more about Choice Specs Kyogre? He then brings in Latias since it's the only thing that kinda escapes a 2-hit KO from Kyogre, so I decide to predict that switch and switch to my Fortress, who can easily wall Latias. I wasn't fearing the hidden power Fire because he also has a Reshiram on his team who relies on Fire Dragon coverage, so I was pretty sure he wouldn't do that. And I can just safely go for Stealth Rock on the switch as he brings in Groudon. I was thinking he'd bring it in to scare me out with a potential fire move and then go for rocks on the switch. So I decided to switch to my Kyogre and then preserve it at full health and get the rain up. So a rain boosted water spout is gonna do way more than a sun reduced water spout. So he decides to fire out his Jirachi because not even Latias can stand up to the power of rain boosted water spout with a Choice Specs, modest nature, max special attack. That's just too crazy. But after firing out Jirachi, he can bring in Latias, outspeed me and go for Dragon Pulse, meaning I'd get damage, not much, but I'd get damage, and the power that my water spout has now will be reduced, which is something I do not want. So I decided to switch in Manaphy because Manaphy defeats Latias one-on-one. They're both known as Calm Minders. Well, Manaphy not really, because Manaphy has the Tail Glow, which especially this generation is a very attractive option with +3 special attack. But I prefer the Calm Mindset and not max HP, max speed. I have max HP, max defense. And this set really does work. Brave Bird from Ho-Oh can't 2-hit KO even with a Life Orb. And man, Manaphy is bulky. It's this battle is gonna show you not really the physical side because it's gonna get an unfortunate ending, which, you know, most Calm Mind wars are bound to happen this way. But I have a couple of advantages over Latias. First, I have 2 attacking moves, meaning I have more PP to waste. In the forms of Scald and Ice Beam, he only has Dragon Pulse. Second, I have superior recovery in the form of Rest Hydration, which is full recovery with 16 PP. He has Recover, which is half recovery with 16 PP. And I have the stronger attacking move in the form of Ice Beam. Super effective Ice Beam has more base power than Stab Dragon Pulse. So I would have won this war, but he gets a crit on his final Dragon Pulse, which is very annoying. But it's fine, I won't be swept by a +6 Latias because I have a Choice Scarf Zekrom, meaning I can just bring that in, outspeed the Latias and go for a Dragon Claw kill. I decide to go for Dragon Claw over Outrage because I know it will kill, and if he does switch in Fortress like he does here, I will not be stuck in that and I will not turn into setup fodder or anything of that nature. So it was the safer option. Fortress is in, so I decided to switch to my Kyogre so I can get the rain up and unleash rain boosted Surf and stuff like that, Ice Beam, Thunder, whatever I want. But he predicts that and double switches to his Groudon, which makes sure he has the sun up and I don't have my rain up, which can turn the Latias into a good counter. I decided not to go for Ice Beam because he could predict that and switch to Fortress, and I don't want to be a setup fodder, so I decided to just go for Surf. And the Latias easily takes that in the sun, but in the rain it's a different story, you'll see later. I decided to switch to my Fortress because, like I said in the beginning, it's a great counter to calm my Latias. I can easily set up on it, and if it does decide to go to +6 and try to get rid of my Fortress, I'd still have my Zekrom, so that's all good. I decided to go for a Rapid Spin on the switch. He went for Recover because he needs to preserve his Latias' health because it's his only switch in to my Kyogre. And that's a massive threat, obviously. So his Groudon comes in. I decided to switch into my Arceus. You haven't seen that yet. This is Ghost Arceus. It serves as a very important spin blocker because my Fortress has not only Stealth Rock but Toxic Spikes as well, and Toxic Spikes really help Manaphy sweep because with one Calm Mind, Manaphy is so bulky and it has phenomenal recovery with Rest Hydration. So if I can't sweep, I can also stall, and Toxic Spikes really help with that. And it's not only a Toxic Spiker, it's also a great well, no, I mean spin blocker. I'm talking about Arceus here, but it's also a great sweeper in combination with Manaphy since they're both Calm Minders. But I'm talking too much about my strategy here. We need to keep up with the battle. I get in Kyogre on the turn his Groudon is already in. So that means I have the rain up. So I now can go for a rain boosted serve as wait, no, it was on the turn his Fortress was in, so I can bring in Kyogre, go for Rain Boosted Serve, and not even his Latias can take it now. Although Latias has great special defense and a resistance due to his Dragon type, that is pretty crazy. I can still do it go. I got a crit on the second serve that did not matter. I'm pretty sure you could all see it didn't matter, but for those of you in doubt, it did not matter. We both agreed on that, so no worries there. But Kyogre isn't a slouch on the defensive sides either. That's the strongest Draco Meteor in the game. That's a Reshiram, but well, it's not really the strongest because it's a Choice Scar variant. A Choice Specs variant would be the strongest Draco Meteor, and there are several other dragons with the same special attack stat as Reshiram, but I survived it and he did not survive my serve, and man, Kyogre has great special defense as well. I max invested in HP so it can easily take those hits, and he decides to then bring in Groudon to get up the sun, then fodder out his Fortresses. I'm just gonna stay in and serve away, and he then brings in his Heatran. I know I can't kill specially defensive Heatran in the sun with Choice Spec serve. Heatran is bulky, so I decided to switch to my Arceus. I was pretty sure he wouldn't go for a Fire Blast or Lava Plume or Flamethrower because I had a Kyogre in, so I switch in Arceus and then go for a Focus Blast, but I do not kill, which is unfortunate, but at least I hit, you know, that's quite something already. So he decides to take me out with a combination of two hidden powers, probably Grass or Electric. I'm leaning towards Grass because then he also has stuff for Gastrodon, which is a known counter for Kyogre, which opposing teams might have, so that would be the most logical option. But I still have my late game Terrakion, which is Swords Dance and Rock Polish, who can tear through entire teams, and that's what I do. I have the Life Orb, I can take out the Heatran and the Groudon with a close combat from that range, and that's gonna be good game. So I hope you all enjoyed. This is a very fun team, offensively based, and I really like it. And Manaphy is one of those pokes, you know, that is banned to Uber, but it's not really used in Ubers, but it's too good for OU. But those pokes can be great in Ubers as well. As you could see, if it didn't got a critical hit on me with the Dragon Pulse, I probably would have swept his team. So the match was still interesting though. I hope you all enjoyed, and check out me, check out my opponent. If you enjoyed, leave a like for the PokeMoshPit, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!